Alright guys, today we are going to solve Leetcode number 1358, number of substrings containing all three characters. The problem statement says we have to find all the substrings in a given strings which contains A, B, C in it. So if we check here, in the first example we have A, B, C, and if we check closely that this ABC has it, this ABC has it, this ABC has it, and this ABC has it. Also if you check, the whole sentence has it, and then if we check here, this string has it, this also has it, and this also has it. So there are a lot of ways it can have. So let's take the second example for the simplicity. And if we check here ACB, if we check closely, we see ACB has ABC in it, so the count should have been 1. But we are not just only counting this one. If we check broadly, this AACB also has ABC, so our count is 2. Also this one has ABC in it, like the whole thing, like this is the one we have, but this is also a substring that has it, so it should be 3. And when we check the answer, yeah, that's the one we are going to return. Now let's go through naive approach. And a naive approach is to start from the 0 index and check if this one has ABC, or this one has ABC, this one has it, or this one has it, or this one has it, and do the same thing for the second index again. The first index, this one right here, this one, and we can check for either this one has it, or this one has it, or this one has it, and keep the count. And if you see ABC in that string, this would work, but the time complexity for that would be big O of n square, and there is a solution that is faster than big O of n square. So let's go through that quickly. Solution we are going to use today is sliding window. For that, we are going to count the length of ABC, right? So ABC, that is length 3. So let's say the total count is 3, and what we are going to check is if when we iterate through this list, is if we see these characters, then we are going to go ahead and update our running count, which is initialized to 0. We also have a hash map where we save if we already saw the characters and they are initialized to 0. Now what we do is we have two pointers, left pointer and right pointer, which are pointing to the 0th index. So in the 0th index we have A. We go ahead and check if A is already seen. If we have seen, the number would not be 0. So what we are going to do is we are going to update the A to 1, and also we are going to increase the count of our running count to 1. Now we move our right pointer to the second index right here, and we check B. Is B already seen? If it's 0, then it's not seen. So what are we going to do is we are going to update B by 1, and also we are going to update our running count by 1, and we move our pointer to the second index, which is here. The character is C. We check if it's already seen. If it's 0, then it's not seen. So what are we going to do is we are going to update C and also update this one to 3. Sorry, we were updating this all the time, so this 3 times, so it becomes 3. Now if we check, this 3 is equal to 3, so we have to update our count. So this is a little bit tricky, but we'll try to figure it out. So let's say we have a result variable which is keeping the count of substrings, and which is initialized to 0. For surfacely looking, that we should check we were at this point, and if we check, there is ABC in this, so we would probably just update 1, but not in this case. It's not that simple as that, because if we check here, this ABC has it. Also, if we check expand this to this one has it too. And if we expand here, this one has it too. And if we expand here, this one has it too. So if we check for 1 here, then this ABC is present in all of these substrings from here to here, here to here, here to here. So what are we gonna do is we are going to count these one as well. So this is 1 2 3, these extra values. And so for that we have to take the length of S and the right pointer. So we would increase our result by length of S, which is length of S minus right pointer. After doing that, we are going to move our left pointer to second index over here, and at the same time we are going to decrease the count of A, because now our minimum window, this one doesn't include A. So we are going to decrease the value of A to 0, and also the value of this one to 2. Okay, and we continue doing that. One case scenario is that, let's say we had a string with reverse characters, something like A and C, and then we start from the 0th index. Everything is 0 here. Now what we do is we start from the A, we check if it's seen, then it says no. We are going to go ahead and update it. We are also going to update this count, so it becomes 1. We move it here to B. Same thing, we check B. It's not updated, so I'm going to go ahead and update it, and this should also update here, and this becomes 2. Now when we come to 3rd index, this is A, and if we check, A is already seen. So in that case, what we are going to do is we are going to update the A to 2, but we are not going to update this because we haven't seen C. So in that case, we are not going to update. So we have to make sure that we are only going to update the running count when the value of the character is 0. Else we are not going to update it. We are going to only update the hash map value, which is become 2. Now then we go to C. C goes check if it's 0, yes. Then we go ahead and update this to 1, and then update this to 3. That will make it that matches here. So what we are going to do is we are going to use this logic, and then we move our pointer from here to here. Now we see when we are moving from there, we have to decrease the value of A, which goes here, and then we make it 1. But since this is not 0, we are not decreasing the value here, so it would be still 3. And only after we move from B, we check this B is 0, and then after that we update it and make it to 2. And when that happens, we are actually going to increase the right pointer here, this one. Yeah, and so that would be the solution. Now let's go ahead and code it. So initially we have a left pointer pointing to 0 and right pointer pointing to 0, and we will have a total count as mentioned, that is 3 in our case, because of ABC is total 3, and we will have a running count that will be 0. Also we need a hash map. Let's say hash map is this. Let's say we have a hash map with count of 0 for each character. So let's do it this way for key in ABC. I'm doing this way because the main reason to have a total count and running count is this question was asked by Facebook, and Facebook has a tendency of asking follow-up questions saying, okay, let's say if you don't have ABC and something else, then it would be easier if I just change it to something else like T, E, F or something like that, rather than just relying on it. A lot of the other people are suggesting just use hash map with ABC hard-coded value, but I'm doing this way so that it's easier to change if the input is different. Yeah, and also we will have a value for storing our results. That would be result equals to 0. So now we will have a for loop which is just iterating a right pointer as mentioned, and it will go all the way up to the length of the string. And let's make it easier and just say current character equals to the right pointer. And if earlier as mentioned, if the character the current character value is 0, then we will go ahead and increase the running count as mentioned, and we increase the count of character no matter if it's already there or no, so we just increase it by 1. Now since after increasing we'll be in a situation where our running count is equals to total count, and then we start counting the total substrings, and we will do that only up to if our left pointer doesn't cross right pointer, and we will plus equal our result as mentioned earlier by length s minus right pointer. We'll do that until our left pointer value goes down to 0, and we will decrease the count like this. And also we are checking that if our left pointer count equals to 0, then we have to break out a bit and run the regular loop. So we will decrease our running count by 1. That way this will take our 3 to 2, and which breaks this one. So that way our while loop breaks, and we have to, if not, then we have to increase the left pointer by 1 every time we do it. And also since we are running the while loop, we have to keep increasing right pointer as well after this while loop has been completed. So that would be plus equal 1, and at the end we will just return the result. So there is a bug here. Other than that, it should be fine. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, the test cases are successful, and let's submit it. Yeah, so it's looking fine, and it beats 72% of the people, so it's quite efficient as well. Thank you so much.